It's a very small sheet of paper. On that note, greetings and welcome to the Quantum Ogre Cast, the topical TTRPG podcast you were destined to encounter no matter what choices you made. I have two awesome special guests today. Zakary, who I've never called you that, I've always called you Ducky from Peasantry TTRPG, and Wes of DM Tales. How are you both doing?
I am awesome. I'm super excited to actually be on the cast this time. Normally, I just have my earbuds and I'm listening while I'm at work. So this is super exciting.
I am doing great. You've not been on before?
I have not been on. I haven't found a very good reason to come on yet, but I thought that this was a perfect opportunity. So I'm excited.
Okay.
Peasantry RPG is a good enough reason as any.
I think so.
It is. I'm waiting till I have a more definitive timeline on when it's coming out. That way I can share that information.
We will do a live play this summer. Okay.
Yes, we should do a
Okay.
live play.
Yes.
Speaking of live plays, I have this dream. There's a lot of Zachs in the RPG community. I want an entire table of Zach content creators or RPG people who are playing the game, and they all play a peasant, and peasants have the same name that's not Zach. I think it'd be so funny.
This is Zach.
I would say I'm down, but I'm not named Zach, so
we can make
get
you an
that changed.
honorary
Yeah.
Zach for the day.
Well,
be the only character in the game named Zach.
now, Wes, if we marry Jorbin to someone, we can get his name legally changed, right?
I mean, you can legally change your name anyway.
It's easier though.
Or illegally.
Not necessarily.
No, I don't know the legalities on that. But
I mean, we could just declare that his name is Zach for 24 hours. It should work out fine.
Yeah, that'll be great. Anyways, I think we need to have Wes introduce himself too a little bit more because I've been going too much.
Hi, I'm Wes. I'm from DM Tales. Also run the small boutique convention called EcclesiaCon up in Palmyra, New Jersey, and I'm involved with Page and with Concoction. And I generally make myself a nuisance. Thanks, Jorbin, for having me on.
And crit sometimes.
And crit sometimes.
Which is
not this year.
Part of
we'll
the
talk about that
today. So.
Yes.
Well, we're gonna try to talk about a range of topics today. Everything from the joy of trying new role-playing games to some of our favorite recent games to this little online con called Crit, and then online good for try new things. So that's what I have written in the show notes here. So
it's a small sheet of paper, Jorbin.
It is very small. There you go.
Jorbin has taken extensive notes in preparation for today's conversation.
This is such a prepared, streamlined show here, and we're gonna, I was gonna say after these credits. That's not what people say. This is already off the rails. We're going to get right into these topics after this little intro thing. Quantum Ogre Cast. Quantum Ogre Cast. Quantum Ogre Cast. Quantum Ogre Cast. And we're back.
Wow, thanks to all those sponsors.
That was incredible. I didn't know Darrington Press was sponsoring you now, Jorbin.
Isn't that crazy?
It is. I made one video where I said their game was kind of okay, and here we are.
I'm totally going to subscribe to those mail-ordered food packages that were in the adverts.
The naturally fermented beef sticks, yes.
Yeah. The coffee with mushrooms in it, yeah.
Oh, perfect. Mud.
I don't know why Slim Jim found me, but they did. Anyway, this is going to be a great episode, I can tell. Thank you guys for being here.
Absolutely, anytime.
Without you, I'd be talking to myself, and nobody wants to see that. So, all right. So let's just start off with, I think, the most relevant one, which is, what's a game that you guys have played recently that's been really exciting or fun or different in some way?
So I have been running a bunch of Tales of Argosa as my primary campaign. I started in January. We've had a session nearly every single week since then. We're like I don't know, like 20 some odd sessions deep. And I've been enjoying it a lot. My friends who have been, lovers and enjoyers of Dungeons and Dragons for a super long time, this is me kind of getting them out of the D&D world a bit and trying some more new things. And Tales of Argosa has been a great kind of transition game that I have loved. It's a very sword and sorcery, Conan the Barbarian inspired type of role playing game. It's a lot more gritty. There's some very neat and unique rules in the system, and it also has dark and dangerous magic, which I just love rolling on those tables and seeing what horrible things happen.
Yes, horrible tables.
I actually am running the same game right now.
Oh, nice.
So Tales of Argosa, we started in February. We actually took my basic fantasy world, basic fantasy RPG world, transported it ahead 700 years, put it on a different continent, and created the backlore for it, and dropped them in Tales of Argosa. And the terrible things that happen to characters are great. We have one character who I was not going to trigger this encounter because they were just trying to walk through, but he walked way ahead of the rest of the party and essentially stepped on top of a giant centipede, which proceeded to bite his foot off.
Awesome.
So the party has reforged a foot out of a horseshoe. And that is now his foot, and he clanks everywhere he goes. It's like, I think I need to pad this. I'm like, that was very good thinking on your part.
That's amazing.
It was very, very good.
I think, like you're saying, Tales of Argosa is so exceptional at like those afflictions and the random ones you get. I have a party of 7 people right now, and only 2 of them are without afflictions. One's missing a hand, one has like leathery bat wings, another one has an eyeball missing. It's great. It's great stuff.
This is the only character who's got anything. He's got a major scar on his face, and he's missing a foot. Everybody else I miss because I can't hit anything. So,
and that is a game. It's funny that you guys should bring up that one specifically, because it's like at the top of my list to play right now, and somehow it just slipped under the radar for me. I never like heard anything of it for a while there, and then it was like everyone all at once just started talking about Tales of Argosa, and I'm super, super interested, and I would love to play. So
Well,
yes,
when we
it's
meet
so
up
good.
at one of the conventions, I can run a game for you. I'd absolutely do that.
And my campaign is online, so I can throw you in sometime for a guest shot if you want.
No, Jorbin, you wanna pick Daddy. You wanna play my game. Don't think about Wes.
You can do both. I really don't care. That's fine. You can use the same character, just transport him back and forth between worlds. That's fine.
Zach,
You're such a nice parent, Wes. I'm greedy.
I know this is your first time on the show, but calling yourself daddy on the internet has consequences.
You are very correct about that. I was.
Oh no! I've killed Wes.
I realized it after I said it, and you can edit that out, right?
That is staying.
No, that's not
okay,
getting edited out. And also, Jorbin, we do have cameras. I am taking a sip while you're doing that. I'm spewed everywhere.
It's not my fault you have bad comedic timing.
We're perfect, depending on where it was. I would have spit take in your face had we been in person.
Well, this is kind of a cop-out answer for me, but I've been running some 7 Delving Sins, which they say make the game that you wish existed. So been having a lot of fun playing that, and also like still kind of tweaking the rules, even though I felt like everything was falling into place. After the game, I just played a game with
was Peter
Ryan.
in on that one?
No, Peter watched for 7.8 seconds and then had to leave. But I invited
He's so
him
busy.
late. So. Yeah, he's quite busy. So here's me saying it for the first time. Everyone who was in the game: Dan from Avenue Studios, Dave from Grimwood Games, Scrat from A Squirrel Plays, and of course Ryan from Verdigris Tables. So we were playing some 7 Delving Sins, and then they were giving me feedback, and it was awesome, and the feedback was good. And then I went into a mad writing spree, and I was like, yeah, keys were flying off my keyboard. So
Scrat is now claiming a writing credit.
yeah,
He always does that.
The writers, I'll tell you.
this time around, he does deserve some say.
Yeah.
He helped generate some good ideas there. So
I'll be excited to play it again because I play tested one of your like very first sessions that you ran of 7th Instance. So I'll be curious to see what you've changed about it since then.
yeah, a lot's changed since we played, quite a bit, in fact. But anyway, the I'm trying to somehow knock this conversation in a specific direction, and that direction is that it's good to try new games, new systems.
This is
The
why you
joy
do it
of trying
live.
new games.
There you go.
This is why I don't do live. Exactly.
This is why you do it live.
So, Wes, this is your topic idea. So I'm going to throw this one at you. What's the joy of trying new games? What does that mean to you?
I think it's just the excitement of experiencing the hobby in a new way. One of the cool things about my table is most of the people who are my regulars have either never played 5e or maybe have 1 or 2 sessions in it. But like my friend Pete, I started him with basic fantasy RPG. He's now playing Numenera. We played Castles and Crusades for a year. He was in my Dragonbane campaign. Now he's in Tales of Argosa, and he's played a whole bunch more. And most of the people at my table are all like that, to where they don't care what they're playing. They just want to play. And that's something that I really encourage folks who are in the hobby to get excited about, is to get into that. I get to have a whole new experience in this thing that I'm used to. And I think that's really cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well said. And there's so many games that do things in such radically different ways that it's kind of like enjoying the hobby for the first time again, sometimes. Like just as an example, the first time I ever played Blades in the Dark, coming from classic sort of 5th edition and first edition Pathfinder, it broke my brain that you could just go, oh, I have a quantum bag and the thing I needed is in it. And also, here's what's going to happen in this scene, Game Master, because I'm about to inject, some narrative impact with my flashback. Was such a cool thing to me. And it really just broke everything. I was like, oh, the world's even bigger now.
Anytime I'm running a heist in any system, Tales of Argosa, D&D, anything, I always steal that heist mechanic and I bring it into that game, and it just makes the heist so much more fun.
I need to play Blades in the Dark. This is one of my, because I can't understand it reading it.
I need to play.
I can't. It's organized weird for me.
Yeah.
I need to play like a longer campaign of it, because it has very interesting, like the big part of the game is the factions and like building up your gang, and I haven't gotten to experience that aspect of it because I've only played one shots of it.
Gotcha.
So that'd be a lot of fun for me to try to wrangle up at some point.
Yeah, I would love to play that at some point, because there's so much about it that I'm like, oh yeah, this is something I want to play.
Well, that's just one example of there's so many games out there that they just open a whole new world to you mechanically, or in the way that they share, the storytelling at the table, or sort of pass the dialogue back and forth between the game master and the players. I really started to enjoy games that, in the text and in the writing say hey, player, what do you think these goblins look like, or what's unique about this clan of goblins, or whatever, and pass the baton, so to speak, and let that player, just stuff like that, where it's like every time I find a game that's doing something wholly unique, really just unlocks something in my brain, either as a designer or just as an experience.
And I know you're a huge fan of Land of Eam, and I think Land of Eam does a great job at handing narrative control to players. But yeah, just like you're saying, I feel like trying new games, enjoying new games is a great way to not only like have a lot of fun and get different stories and experiences, but also an awesome way to diversify your RPG literacy per se,
Mhm.
where it's like, okay, maybe I can see trends of like how these types of mechanics work, but this one here has really refined it. Maybe I can use that to make these other systems easier, or cobble this together or mash this together. It's so cool. Even my friends who have only really played like D&D, Pathfinder, Tales of Argosa, and of course Peasantry. With Tales of Argosa now, like they're asking me for the core rule book so they can go and look through and find stuff, and I'm like, that's awesome. I don't want to have to memorize all the rules. Put some of that weight on you.
And it's such a nice looking core rule book too.
It is.
So well done. Yes.
Yeah. All of their adventure modules are really well laid out as well. I don't know if you've looked at those, but I love those.
Yeah, I backed it on the backer. Was it backer kit or Kickstarter? I forget. But so I have all of the printouts of the adventures, and I have the Smithsonian binding cover with the book ribbons. But you have flat paper, which, it's a trade-off.
Yeah.
So
You know how you feel about those glossy pages.
listen. Non-glossy. It's beautiful. Look, no glare.
Suddenly this podcast turns into a Dragonbane review.
Dragonbane's on my list to play as well. I almost backed the
awesome.
They had a Kickstarter for a setting for Dragonbane. I think it was like Trudvang.
It is actually not a setting. It is a completely different system. Well, it's using the Dragonbane engine, but it's a completely different system, and it's another one of like Sweden's weird
Kind of like
old RPGs.
Dolmenwood is to old school essentials, basically.
Yeah.
I think it's more akin to how there's like 4 or 5 or 6 games that use the Year Zero engine now. Like Dragonbane is just another one of those engines that they transfer.
It's going to be a PBTA collection at some point with hundreds of games built in that one system.
But it's cool. Dragonbane is a lot of fun to play. A lot of fun.
Yeah, that's a game that actually Dragonbane kind of got me interested in solo play, because there's a little booklet in the back of it. It comes with an adventure, and that was the first time I'd ever tried solo play, because I was just like, it's here. I've never played Dragonbane. I'm very curious how the game feels. Why not?
I've not figured out how to do that. My brain doesn't quite get it, but
have either of you played 1,000-Year-Old Vampire?
I have not.
That one's it's a very much a classic, and it's a very great introductory solo RPG. Would highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
I also have Colossal staring me in the face, which is very, very cool aesthetically, and I want to play it more.
I need you to run Land of Eam for me still.
Yeah, I assume you mean me. You just
pointed. I'm meaning. Well, and actually, the weird thing is where I point, I'm pointing towards Zach. But I need to make you run Land of Eam for me, because I love that system and I want to play it.
Yeah, I'm down. To be honest, I've mostly been a player in it. It would be. I still have. I prepped for a game we were going to do online that never happened.
Okay.
And I still have my notes sitting around for a little.
All right, let's schedule it for August.
Let's do it.
Should be fun.
Jorf Dan, if you're watching, I know you're a big Land of Eam fan, and we talked earlier, so you can come play. This is just a call out.
Frank over at What Is Tabletop ran me my first Land of Eam game, and he did a great job as well. I bet he would love to play, because he's been talking a lot about it.
It's I loved running it. It was fun.
It's one of those games that I think it's easy to look at it on paper and say okay, I know what this is. But then when you play it, and this is a lot of games, but when all the pieces come together, you're like, okay, this is a really fun experience.
Yeah, my players didn't take to it. They're like, well, we could play that again. It would be fun. But I want to get more into the exploration of the hexes and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I need to actually read the setting book because I've only read the core rule book.
Mm-hmm.
But one character is playing a gelatinous goo, and he determined that he doesn't talk, but he finds things with letters on them and then digests them and then just presents the words in front of it.
That's amazing.
I'm like, that was awesome.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Land of Aim's Discord if you're out there and you want to try it. They have some really fun pickup games that you can do, and it's very much like the hex crawl style, exploring the world and stuff. So
Yeah.
and speaking of online gaming, wow, what a segue! Because now we're going to move right into our next topic, which is online good for try new things.
Yes.
That's what I wrote.
That's an example of the small page size that Jorbin was writing on.
But yeah, so I would be remiss not to mention Crit, the online con that's happening very, very soon. By the time this video comes out, probably next week, at the end of the month. We have all participated in some form over the years because Crit's been going for a bit now.
This is my first year at
Oh, really?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And I'm very excited for it.
It's very fun.
And you're running some peasantry, I assume?
Yeah, I'm running 3 games. 2 are Peasantry, and I'm also running a game of Cairn. And I'm going to be running an old Lamentations of the Flame Princess adventure using the Cairn system. I'm running a Broodmother Sky Fortress. If you guys have read that, it's really, really good.
Mm,
I have not.
nice.
Yeah, for those who are watching the video, I think sometimes you release videos. It's not just podcasts of this,
Yeah,
right?
it's just both.
Yeah. Broodmother Sky Fortress, you got these giant shark elephants stampeding around on a cloud with like a fortress built into it. And it's awesome. They're just so destructive and they're so silly.
Giant shark elephants.
Yes. Yeah. But but here's the thing, Wes. There's a whole section of the book with 4 different types of shark elephants that you could play. They could be aliens or angels or demons or cyborgs, and you changes the themes of the adventure. Very, very cool.
That is impressive. I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm here promoting the con, but now I want to play in that game, but that's usually frowned upon. And so also trying to run games to get people to play it.
Yeah, absolutely. That session is actually completely full right now. But
As
I
it
would
should be.
Yeah, as it should be. However, my Peasantry games have a couple seats left, so if anyone wants to hop in on those, more than welcome.
But do you dress in your outfit for the peasantry games?
It depends on what role I'm fulfilling in the game. If it
Okay.
involves a wizard, then absolutely, usually most of the time. If it doesn't involve a wizard, then still 50-50, yeah.
Okay. You walked up to me at Page. I'm like, what is going on, Ducky? This is awesome.
Yeah, for those that don't know, I have a horribly, terribly amazing peasant costume with like moss growing on me and a horrible beard, and I'm just limping across the entire convention and spreading the plague, basically, or scarlet fever at Page specifically.
We'll put it out there. It is the most historically inaccurate peasant costume of all time, and it is absolutely brilliant. So good.
It's awesome.
Jorbin, what are you doing at Crit this year?
I am exclusively running 7 Delving Sins this time around. I ran a lot of Shadow Dark last year, and I want to play the game I made, and I want
cool.
people to experience it. So I'm excited to share it with the common folk. I don't know why I said it that way. That sounded really weird. People who aren't
the hoi polloi.
Well, I was gonna say people who aren't just. I feel like a lot of the folks who've tried it are other game designers, which is great because you get a lot of good feedback. But then, I want to see how just people who don't know what it is feel about it,
And speaking of what it is, and being the great game designer that you are, you have an elevator pitch for this game, prepped, locked and loaded, ready to go, right out the.
It's written on a sheet of paper, I'm sure.
I think so.
You know me so well. I'm so good at these. I'm so good at concisely explaining a game. I will just say that the elevator pitch is it's the game you play when your other game falls through. So it's a game when you play when D&D night doesn't make, not enough people show up, whatever. And basically the game is like you roll 2d6, you get a 7 or better, you get to do the thing you wanted to do. And then if you get exactly a 7, it's a yes button. You got to roll on a table of sins and interpret. So it's very, very straightforward. I'm trying to make it less fiddly every day. And I still, like, my Pathfinder roots come out sometimes, and it's like, yes, and this interacts with this and this, and then people play and they're like, isn't this supposed to be simple? Stop. Don't do that. Well, yeah, you're right.
I don't need 8 rolls for an armor mechanic. Leave me alone.
Yeah. And I was looking just today, and I still think there's a decent amount of seats because you have a lot of games you're running for Crit. It looked like you had quite a good number, and there's still seats available for those games. So like people should totally hop into that.
You should play with Jorbin and play 7 Delving Sins. Absolutely.
Yeah. And they're all going to be, well, the main 3 are adventures that I am writing. Asterisk should be done by the time Crit happens, that I wrote with 7 Delving Sins in mind, in the back of my mind. So
cool.
We'll see how they turn out.
Very good.
You will be my guinea pigs if you play.
Yes. I have been looking. I've favorited a couple of them, and I'm just going to see which ones fit best with my time slot. I'm very excited. But in other news, also, Wes, what are you doing for Crit this year?
I have been instructed to say that I am doing Walt Disney World. I'm bummed I can't participate this year. I am saddened by this, but we are taking a once-in-a-lifetime vacation right after school gets out, and so I will not be around, and that makes me sad.
The best way to put your friends on blast on the internet is to also have them reveal their vacation plans.
Yeah, thanks. Look for DM Tales at Walt Disney World. Yeah,
no one will find you there.
No one will find me there. It's going to be wonderful. So I'm kind of bummed because Crit I ran last year, and then 2 years ago it was the only time that I have ever played Index Card RPG. I've run it, but that was the only time we played it. I actually ruined the whole thing because I blew up the pipe that the piper was using to bewitch the children, and they all marched off after him because there was no way to stop them from being bewitched. Like, wow, I thought I was actually being clever. It did not turn out good. But great event, and I've been promoting it on my channel since back when it was Rune Jammer, that's first year. So,
yeah.
Yep, very cool thing. Everybody should do Crit.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I was talking with Chris, who puts on the event, and he was talking that I think they have like 87 games going on this year with about 400 seats, and they filled about 300 seats of those so far, but they still have like 50 of the games are still accepting players because they still got like 1 seat here, 1 seat there. So like if you haven't looked at Crit, now's still at the time of recording this, now is still a great time to go and try to find seats in all these games because there's still a decent amount of seats left open.
Yeah, and it is free. So the barrier to entry is, do you have internet access, a mic, and preferably headphones? And that's it. And a lot of the games are not being run on like Foundry or something that needs a huge thing. Like you could probably do it on your phone just fine. Although Chris is probably screaming right now, don't say that. But it is a fantastic time, and their mission is to make gaming at a convention have no barrier to entry. And they get as close as you can with the internet. You have to have some equipment. I'm sure that's going to bar some people from it, but for those who have it, it is a great opportunity to find some good folks. They really vet their GMs. They are not just allowing everybody to GM. So the people who are running are phenomenal. and the players are really, really good. So if you want a good experience playing and trying new games, game at Crit. I said it right this time, Jorbin. You have to game at Crit because that's the URL, game at Crit.
Game at crit.
Game at
Yeah,
Crit.
and kind of bring it back to our earlier conversation too, in the joy of trying new games, is Crit has so many different systems being run. There's like 20 different systems being run. So I mean, you can go look at some of the games, but you might spot a system. And you're like, man, I've really been wanting to play that, and it's there.
Yeah, and in fact,
Well, speaking of how prepared we are, Jorbin, do you know a list of the games that are being run at Crit this year?
no, but I'm sure that Ducky does because he did his homework and is far more professional than I am.
You know, I do actually have a couple of games listed. I know, so there's a good number of these games that are completely packed because there's only maybe one or two GMs who are running them. Like I was trying to get into a Crown and Skull game, but there was only like one GM who was running them. They're all filled. But
Yeah.
you know, there's Peter and some of his crew are running a bunch of Tales from Elsewhere, Clock World. There's Shadow Dark. There's DCC, ICRPG. Easy D6. I'm running Peasantry. I'm also running Cairn. I don't think anyone else is running Cairn, unfortunately. We got seven Delving Sins. I think someone's got a Daggerheart game going on.
There's Call of Cthulhu, Dungeon Crawl Classics, Index Card RPG, Iron Sworn.
I thought you were about to say Dungeon Crawler Carl because
no,
my wife has been talking about it nonstop.
Yeah, my buddy's super excited for the DCC RPG because when we were at GenCon, he saw the DCC stand and he's like, "Is that Dungeon Crawler Carl RPG?" And I was like, "No, that's Dungeon Crawl Classics." But now there is a Dungeon Crawler Carl RPG.
That's going to be confusing. I didn't think about that. The DCC RPG.
Yeah, that's going to be a little bit confusing. Stars Without Numbers being run.
I think there's like a Super Pause game or something. There's like something with pause in it. I think Dave's also running like Ironbound and Plaguebound, a couple of his games.
Peasantry, what was that? Are we going to get that out in post? Or are we just keeping that in?
It's all staying in at this point.
All right, great. So perfect.
The system I'm thinking of is called Masked Pause.
Yeah, that's Dave's game. That's Dave's game. Dave's launching that crowdfunder in the fall. If you are into independent games that are really trying something new and unique and yet real simple, back this game because it's all team-based. It's all how many successes you can get. It is not a hit point sponge game. Everything is designed to be like a superhero team doing stuff, and it really works fast, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, that's all the bullet points I have.
You know, thinking about and just kind of staying on topic with online role-playing games and some like the cool things you can do is there are things you can do online with RPGs that is a lot more difficult in person. I mean, I run like an Owlbear Rodeo game, and the way you can do like dynamic fog of war, you can't do that like in person as easily. Like you have the pieces of paper that you might fold over the rooms, but they're like, I think there's a secret room there because I see there's a paper on the playmat still.
I stick the TV on the table when I'm doing that so I can use it.
Fair enough. So there's some interesting aspects to online play that make it really interesting. That and
well, you meet people that you otherwise would never meet. Like we've played, all three of us have played games together, you know, and obviously none of us live anywhere near each other. So
nope.
I have a person on my Discord from Australia that I played a game with.
Awesome.
That's insane because our time zones are completely different.
But they join in. Yeah, online play has a lot cool about it. It is a neat way to play. You lose the in-person nuance of watching someone's facial expression because even if you're using cameras without the real 3D kind of presence, you do miss a lot of subtext. But
joke's on you. I miss a lot of subtext anyway.
Well, I understand that. Probably so do I, but that's okay. I catch more than I would get online. But you can't beat the commute because I can be putting the little one down and then be at the table like 10 minutes later, set up and ready to go, running a game. Whereas with my in-person game, I'm setting up at like 4 o'clock to make sure I have time to eat dinner before everybody shows up. So, and both have their charms.
Another divergent thing about weird ways of playing games, and it just popped in my head because I played it at GenCon. Have any of you played Alice is Missing?
No, I haven't. I picked it up over the winter time when I was doing a CleeseCon.
That is
drop-off
such
posters.
an interesting format for a role-playing game. And Jorbin, I don't know if you've heard about it. But, basically,
I watched the Quinn's Quest video.
yeah.
Everybody's on their phone.
Yeah, everyone's texting on their phone. We played at Gen Con. I met up with someone who ran the game for me and my buddy, and basically we got the game set up, and then we all walked to like different rooms in a hotel, and we played it via text. We didn't do any phone calls. We didn't do anything. We just text each other for the RPG, and that's how we played. And I was like, that is such an interesting format for an RPG.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Yeah. It's a very traumatic game. You have to be ready for some trauma if you want to play that one specifically.
It does not have a happy ending, right? So
it has an okay ending, and sometimes it has a really bad ending.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like most of my campaigns.
Yeah. You feel right at home if you play in any of Jorbin's games.
I felt like more of a burn than I think you intended.
I was just agreeing with you.
It's accurate. Well, yeah. It's funny thinking back to like the games that I played online versus the games that I played in person, and the scales are like nowhere even. You know, it's like I had a video where I talked about playing 22 different games last year, and I think, I don't know, I'm gonna say 18 of those were online, versus like whatever the 4 that were in person. So
one thing that put me over the edge to having more in person was being at GameholeCon. Because I played a bunch of 2-hour sessions, so I played a whole bunch of games.
One thing too is if you were trying to play games that aren't released yet, online is also the place to be, because that's where a lot of play testing is happening. And there's people out there looking for play testers. So if you want to play games that haven't even hit shelves yet, like Seven Delving Sins,
just join the Elder Goblin Games Discord or the Peasantry Discord.
Yeah.
Links are somewhere. Put them in the show notes, Jorbin.
Links do exist.
That is a good way to do it.
In fact,
there's getting playtest,
Well, you reminded me, Wes, back when Crit was Rune Jammer was the first time I got to try out Crown and Skull, and it was a blast end to end. Like I still vividly remember that entire adventure. It was nuts and a lot of fun. So
it's an interesting system.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
I've only read it. I want to play it.
I played a 2-hour session at Page 2 years ago, and it was cool. I did. It was a very cool game. I do like the fact that your equipment is your basic hit points, and you lose stuff. It's very cool. Yeah. So, speaking of new games playing online, as we record this, it is tomorrow, but after this airs, it'll be the week previous. But I am getting to play Redacted, which is by Al Spader, who is one of the writers for Star Trek Adventures, and he and Yellow Hand Press have got a system they created that's a D12 pool base, and you play in a world where all of the conspiracy theories about 1950s aliens are true.
Our world.
Yish. Stop. We're going to get demonetized or arrested. So all the nations of all the superpower nations of the world have flying saucers. They're regulated by alien species because the alien species are trying not to allow the humans to blow themselves up. And you play covert operatives who are both trying to protect the world from extraterrestrial threats and keep the secret.
Okay, that's the part where it diverged from reality for me. I'm not.
Yeah, there you
sure
go.
how-
Well, I'm playing a extraterrestrial goblin named He Who Harvests Silicates, and he just goes by the name Harv.
Nice.
And I determined that he has a junk food addiction, and that means he likes to munch on sandstone. It's a really neat system. It's a kind of like if you took Modifius's 2D20 game and married it to Cipher System.
Mm-hmm. I bet my friend would absolutely love that game. He's been talking for probably 2 years now about running an SCP themed campaign.
Okay.
And he's been trying to find some system that would allow him to do that really well. So that sounds awesome for that.
All right,
It's a really interesting mechanic. It's very cool. And Al's running the game, so I'm going to have him and Doug Shute and Jason Campbell from Shadow Main.
Yep.
And I think Dave's on and my friend Carrie are on. So we've got 5. And actually the person who wrote the lore is playing too. So it's going to be a fun time.
I tried to Google SCP and I only got more confused. So
it's a deep hole.
I'll venture into it on my own time.
Write it on your small piece of paper, Jorbin. You'll find it later.
Yeah.
He held up his book. Is that like a 2x3 notebook?
Yeah, little guy from Staples.
Oh my gosh.
Very
It's a
nice.
composition book that's like 2 inches wide and 3 inches tall.
Fits right in your pocket.
This is a Sharpie next to it for those who are watching.
Oh
Well, you
my
never
gosh.
want to erase anything, right?
I have my new toy.
Ooh,
So my e-ink tablet.
very nice.
Very time.
After venturing for a whole half hour into being an artist, I kind of want. I'm going to put that in quotations. I kind of want to get a some kind of device I can scribble on and do drawings on, because I actually had a lot of fun with it, even though none of them will ever make it into the real game. But I was making the character art for the pre-gens for the game because not all the art exists.
People were very happy with it. They were very happy with the pre-gen art that you were doing.
It was fun, and maybe I'll make a stretch goal that I do terrible art for the things.
You-
This ever.
You have,
Jorbin's alternate art.
you have 2 versions of the book. One has like a really professional artwork, and then one is Doodle Bob version.
Charge more for Doodle Bob.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's the limited edition exclusive print run.
Absolutely.
I've thought about doing that for Peasantry, call it the Filthy Edition. Be awesome.
I love everything about this.
If I knew more about this, I'll put a picture of the halfling on the screen right now.
Absolutely.
Well, this
I found your artwork and I'm looking at the official portraits versus Jorbin's.
yeah, the side by side is very jarring. It's like I have this awesome artist who's making all these pieces, and then it's like something I scribbled in 5 minutes, just slapped up there. But it was fun, and I did it basically the night before I ran that session. So, yeah.
I have no art skills. I can't knock that at all.
I can't wait to see it.
Well,
it's
I'll link it. I'm just gonna spam some pictures right now, and you can tell me which one is the real artist and which one is something I scribbled together in 5 minutes. And leave a comment below.
Pop quiz for the Quantum Ogre Cast.
There you have it, folks.
So sorry. Jorbin, where can people encounter you at GenCon?
So at GenCon, I'm pretty much running Pirate Borg games and hanging out with the Harbor Masters. I do want to do some 7 Delving Sin stuff, but I want to have something printed that I can put in front of people and not just be like, go to a Google Doc that's hastily written. So I don't think I'll actually be running any public 7 Delving Sins at Gen Con, but there may be a secret game happening. Stay tuned to find out.
Why do you always do these secret games when I can't be there? It's not fair. Zach, what are you going to be doing at Gen Con other than making me jealous?
So for me at Gen Con, I'm going to probably be walking around a lot, talking to tons of people at booths because I just love talking to people. And unlike Jorbin, I do have some printed content, potentially some trifold zine adventures
Ooh.
that I might be bringing to the convention. And if you spot me, I might be handing them out. And they're designed for peasantry. So that will be a lot of fun.
Nice.
As for how to track me down, it might be quite difficult because there's a lot of people there. But I will be going to the Ennies. I know that. I'll be going to the Ennies. I'll probably be at a food truck outside around lunchtime. So keep an eye out.
I do like food. I do enjoy eating.
You're not going to
we
announce a
must.
peasantry meetup at Gen Con?
If you join my Discord and I decide to do that, I will definitely make an announcement. I only know of one person in my Discord who's going right now. Well, actually, there's a handful, but yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I will. That's a good idea, Wes. I'll think about it. Join the Discord, and if I plan something out,
You
you'll
could
hear about it there
expand the
first.
pool to like a whole dozen people and just be like, we're going to have the C-list YouTubers
Oh yeah,
have our meetup.
I don't know
We
if I
need to
can
do
get
that at
that
Page
high.
this year, by the way. The C-list YouTuber meetup. We'll let Jorbin on, even though he's a B-lister now.
We'll do a panel, and it'll just be all of my friends.
Oh my gosh, let's put that in for Page. That would be absolutely hysterical.
That'd be funny. That'd be very funny. We run it at the same time they're doing the Philly cheesesteak dinner.
Oh no, I'm going to the Philly cheesesteak dinner. Sorry, no, I'm going over there. Stop it. Ron's not going to let you. He won't let you schedule a panel during the cheesesteak.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I shouldn't get on Phil's bad side. He's a nice guy.
You for Page this year, burning topic. It is going to be Conan heavy.
Okay.
They're doing a showing of Conan the Barbarian Wednesday night before the convention opens in the movie theater. They are having developers from, I think, the last 3 versions of Conan RPGs, and they're putting them all on a panel together.
Wow.
So that's going to be fun. So there'll be a lot of Conan sword and sorcery stuff. So that'll be cool.
I should run Tales of Argosa during that.
That should be a great time. Yeah, actually, maybe I should run Tales of Argosa. That would be kind of fun. I haven't put in any games for...
We should run 2 tables and then have them fight each other.
Oh, that would be good. My panel that I put in for Page so far is I'm going to gather people and we're going to create Chaos Adventure tables.
Ooh.
So my goal is to get enough to where I can actually go to a table and then run it. Like, and we're running this over here, like in 3 hours. Come and watch.
This does remind me. I don't know if this will happen by the time Gen Con happens. I submitted a live Quantum Ogre Cast with me and Peter from Tales from Elsewhere, but they haven't responded to it. So I don't know if it's going to be sanctioned, whatever their process is.
Gotcha.
So you keep a lookout. Maybe that will pop up and you can come watch us talk like this, babble about nothing live. So
absolutely, let me know if that happens. I'd love to come watch.
Yeah, or I mean, I requested 3 mics just in case, but we'll see what happens.
I don't know if you want to put me in front of an audience. Apparently, I say weird things at the very beginning of a recording, so we'll see.
Only at the beginning, huh?
Only at the beginning.
Not in the middle and the end.
We can go back and check the tape. It's fine.
Yeah.
I dated myself. Check the tape.
Well, before we head out here, I was going to mention, because you said something about trifold zines. Depending on when this episode goes live, either Peter and I will have just discussed or are about to discuss adventure designs, and specifically a lot of trifold things, which will be a fun episode.
That'd
whatever
be awesome.
quantum timeline it exists in. So,
well,
awesome.
It will exist. It has to. It's the quantum mechanics behind it.
Exactly. That's how this podcast works.
Exactly.
Well, all right. I think we're going to wrap things up there. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for helping me fumble through this very definitely planned out and well thought out list of topics to discuss. I almost showed my real actual email. Because that's written in here.
I actually want that piece of paper in the thumbnail.
All right, well, let's do the thumbnail live right now. That's it, folks. Thank you for being here. Thank you guys so much. Before we go, well, just where can people find Peasantry, and where do you want to be found, Wes?
Where do I want to be found? Nowhere.
At Disney.
You can at Disney. You can find me at YouTube channel is DM Tales TTRPG. And you can find me at dmtales.com. I don't really update that all that much. It's more for my convention stuff. Or ecclesiacon.com. We'll be putting up announcements about EcclesiaCon 2027, hopefully by the end of July. And that's where you can find me. I'm also on Blue Sky and whatnot. So
You guys can find me, Zakary. You can find me on Substack, Peasantry TTRPG. You can also find my website, peasantryttrpg.com. I got some free downloads for the demo right on the website, along with a demo adventure, so absolutely check that out. And there's links on both of those sites to my Discord if you want to potentially come play some games with me. Otherwise, you can find me sporadically popping into people's videos or streaming games very randomly. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys for listening. And just like the ogre that will definitely be at the end of this tunnel, we'll see you next time, no matter what choices you make. Peace. Hey, do you want to try more TTRPGs? What if I told you could try them for free? Check out Crit, community-run infinite tabletop, a completely free online gaming convention with some awesome game masters, including myself and these folks who I interviewed on a previous episode of my podcast. Mark your calendars for June 20th through the 28th. Check out the link in the description below and remember to game at Crit. We'll see you there.